talking about them maximizing their great potential. And because we bring that up and talk about what potentially might get in their way, which we do to men all the time, now we got to sit up here and watch every syllable. I resent that, and I'll leave it at that.
All right, so let me, I know we got to go to break. Welcome to the world of being a woman, Stephen A., and how you have to dance about your word choice and you have to please everybody and anybody as you navigate your being. We are talking about the world's greatest
How about being a black man?
Being
black.
Hold on 1 second.
Have you?
So this is what I'm saying to y'all, though, and I know we got to go to break, and we didn't necessarily go there, and maybe we should. There are so many layers in this conversation around the way that it's being discussed. When you no. And yes, Shannon, I know y'all are going to say and Stephen A., I know you just shared that you have talked about the WNBA on your program too. You guys may not have said everybody, but the prevailing sentiment for folks that are just joining the WNBA and following women's sports is unfair to the women of this league, to your point, who have laid the groundwork for Caitlin Clark to come in and now take it to the next level. That's all I'm saying in these conversations. Kennedy Carter's behavior is not indicative of the entire league. We are still talking about competition where you are allowed to get a little extra elbow in if you are competing and you do it within the parameters of the game. The game is physical. Caitlin is helping to grow the league. These women understand that, but she cannot be babied as a rookie. That's all I'm at.
All right.
Who talks about the WNBA? Who talks about women? Who talk about women's sports more than First Take?
Stephen A., respectfully, with your platform, you could have been doing this 3 years ago if you wanted to.
Wow.
All right, we got to go. You guys.
So did you say
you're my guy, but
who does more than
Stephen
us?
I'm talking to you.
Wow.
Don't do that. I'm talking to you about the power that you have.
Okay.
I'm talking to you.
Okay.
Let's
I
you my guy, but I'm talking to you.
I got it.
Guys, I really appreciate
you my girl, but you've missed a lot of episodes of First Take. You missed a lot.
Stephen A., 3 years ago, you would not talk about the W at this level. Don't do that.
Guys.
Nobody was, Monica. You making Stephen A.'s point, Monica. Monica, you making Stephen A.'s point.
Please let me do my job. Please let me do my job. We've gone for 40 minutes straight. It was a riveting discussion. I have to get into commercial break.
You can't play with them. You can't win with them. You can't coach with them. Can't do it, fellas.
You know, but Shan, you know the bad thing about it is we hear a lot of our people say that all the time. People who are less fortunate. Well, man, I appreciate you donating a few turkeys to the homeless, but you could have donated more. I appreciate you giving that money, but you could have gave more. Man, just be grateful what you got. Just be grateful what you got. Why do we do this?
How much money does the WNBA make, Pink?
No money.
Nothing.
They in debt. I mean, the NBA furnishes every year. I mean, they in debt. And the fact is, 1 minute you want to be overly independent and do your own thing, but then you need the NBA to furnish everything without you. So now you look. Let's be honest, man. That girl that pushed Caitlin Clark, that's indicative of the whole WNBA. What she did, she spoke for the whole WNBA. Everywhere she goes, she gets that type of treatment. Why? They feel some type of way for getting this little pretty snow bunny. Now, she ain't pretty for real. I'm just saying that.
Pretty.
For real. But, yeah, ain't pretty about her. But they feel some type of way about this woman. Why? Because the WNBA is being talked about because she's in the league. Now, prior to that, the WNBA wasn't even a conversation. But now it is because you have this young lady who's a lead scorer of all-time of college basketball. Now she's in the WNBA doing her thing. Look, why would you mess up the cash cow? We're getting charter flights now. You know what I'm saying? We staying in better hotels. Revenues increase. Fan supports increase. Ticket sales increase. But you want to keep taking shots at the cash cow. Ride it to the end.
That's too logical.
I mean, they sound like some of these old heads who used to be feel some type of way. Some of these young guys coming there playing, they're doing it their own way. Look, I applaud these young cats doing their own way. People like Kyrie Irving speaking his mind, doing his own thing. I applaud young brothers like that, man. I want them to be outspoken. Guys like Jaylen Brown, I want to see these young brothers be outspoken. But WNBA, y'all got a long way to go. And y'all crying about finances and money, but y'all really trying to mess up the cash cow. Because please believe, if that girl gets injured and she's missed a certain amount of game, attendance going to go down. Viewership's gonna go down. Ticket sales gonna go down. Nobody gonna want to see y'all bullshit ass league. Nobody cares.
What?
Now that you got a certain audience, ride this to the end. Ride this to the end. That don't make sense to me. So for this young lady talking about, well, 3 years ago you could have talked about bullshit, man. It wasn't worth talking about. Who was in the WNBA worth talking about 3 years ago? What one player, individual player, worth talking about? Nobody. Not one player was worth talking about. They was all in college. Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark, and that other little girl from South Carolina. Those are the up-and-coming players that's worth talking about. Now that they're there, you know what I'm saying? Caitlin Clark, Reese, the girl Reese is getting a different type of treatment. She getting treated well. They not mean mugging, dogging her ass out. Or that other chick from South Carolina, Reese's teammate. They not doing her like that. But they mess with that little white girl. They fucking with her. You understand? Why you feel some type of way. You feel some type of way. And that's all it is, man. I'll let it there, bro.
Hold on, Travis.
Did anybody?
Hold on, let me get Darwin in there and Luis. They haven't been talking in a while. Go ahead, Darwin.
Well, I think what the lady wanted Stephen A. to do was just become unfiltered and say the similar things that Hank said. It just wasn't worth talking about, and I think she exposed that because a lot of those analysts don't have the balls to be able to do that. I guess they're trying to protect the brand and their job. But I think we in an area where you should be able to be like, hey, look, the reason why we ain't talk about the WNBA 3 years because y'all weren't worth talking about. Y'all ain't making no damn money. Y'all ain't getting no headlines. It ain't no popularity built around it. That's why we didn't talk about y'all. But they don't have they don't have the balls to go and just stand up to the woman and say it. And I think she knew that. That's why she was poking the beehive to see if she can get any of those them brothers to come out and just be real. So it's just a lack of authenticity on there. That's why I think that's why he said he had to talk about it on his own show. So I'm willing to bet that if it ain't already happened, he probably went on his show and said exactly what Hank said. And I yield.
All right, go ahead, Luis.
Yeah, he had a rebuttal for her on his show, but I mean, this is an opportunity. See, this is why I don't understand it. And Shannon said it right. It's too logical. This is an opportunity to really change the conversation and the paradigm of where the WNBA is headed. We have new, younger, more exciting players that have entered the league. The game is changing and evolving, right? There's something to create a rally behind. You know what I'm saying? Sort of like those famous competition between the LA Lakers and the Celtics, and you have the college rivalries, right? Entering the league. That same momentum, that same fire needs to continue on in order to kind of create a story. There has to be this drama, this theatric built up behind certain players, to capture the attention of a new audience. And if it's working, and ride that wave. I don't understand why people are so fixated just because, because she's white. I was like, this one white player is not going to change the entire, energy of the league. You know what I'm saying? It's the story behind it. It's the lineup, it's the competition, it's the narrative of where things are going. And I think that, unfortunately, for the commentator, she didn't really see the writing on the wall, and she was trying to poke. Because before that, nobody was really watching the NBA, the WNBA. Women themselves, more women show up to more boxing and MMA fight events than they do to the WNBA game all season. I know this because I attend those. You know what I'm saying? But they're complaining about attendance showing up for the WNBA. Look, man, people will support whatever is happening at the time. And at the time, the WNBA wasn't being supported because nobody was watching. But now they are. Just ride the wave.